Hello and welcome back to another video, another Chelsea transfer news video for you to watch right here, right now. I know I've not pasted a transfer news video in quite a long time, almost a week now. I'm sorry, but I just don't really have the time to make daily transfer news videos anymore. So I'm going to be trying, before you unsubscribe, I'm going to be trying to make them every 2 or 3 days, hopefully, maybe 4 days in between, I'm not really sure. I'm going to try and do them as much as possible, but I'm also going to be doing match previews and match reviews before and after every single Chelsea game from now on, hopefully. Starting off with Brighton that we just didn't do a review, but I'm going to be doing a preview for Chelsea's game on Sunday. It will come out 24 hours before the game, so keep an eye out. First up, Kai Havertz joins Chelsea FC for a record-breaking price. Breaking so many records, a number of records. He's obviously the most expensive signing this summer so far at £72 million. He's also Chelsea's most expensive ever signing, Germany's most expensive ever signing, and you would have thought for a 21-year-old, this would probably give him quite a lot of pressure for him to live up to that amount of money. I mean, £70 million for a 21-year-old. It's got to be good. But he has stated publicly that he's not phased at all, and football transfer fees like £70 million are apparently normal to him. And okay, he played his debut on Monday against Brighton and didn't have the best of games, we all know that, and especially that horribly misplaced pass that I've been seeing around everywhere, which is quite funny to be fair, but he's not at the best of debuts. He wasn't playing in his preferred position. He's also said publicly that his favourite position is probably as a number 10, although we all thought it would have been as a number 8. A number 10 might work in the system. Ruben Loftus-Cheek was playing as a number 10 the other day against Brighton. He didn't really do much, let's all be honest. Havertz and Ruben Loftus-Cheek were probably the two worst players on the pitch. But yeah, it's good to see him that he's not phased or fussed about the massive price, and that he doesn't feel like there's any pressure on his shoulders at the moment. Next up is an actual piece of transfer news, and Edouard Mendy should be joining Chelsea FC tomorrow. He is thought to be the player that can compete with Kepa Arrizabalaga next season, and just compete with him to try and push him to top of his game, and the deal looks really, really close. And it's backed up by the fact that his own agent, Edouard Mendy's own agent, has said to Senegalese media that the two clubs have agreed a £20 million fee, which is 22 million euros, and the deal should be going through in the next few hours. Fabrizio Romano has also said it's pretty much done, and yeah, if this doesn't go through, it will be very shocking, as I'd be surprised if he doesn't join in the next 24 hours. Kepa didn't really have the best game against Brighton. He wasn't really commanding enough in corners, he wasn't doing a good job, and the goal, it was a bit lucky. It wasn't the best of shots. It should not be sneaking past a high-tier goalkeeper like Kepa. Don't know if you can call him high-tier anymore, but it shouldn't be going past him. It's a bit of a shame that it did, as I thought he could maybe regain his form this season. It's only one game, we can't judge him just yet, but that's the reason why Mendy's coming in, to try and push him a bit further and just challenge. I hope Mendy, we've all seen how tall he is. He's 6'6", he's a giant, so he's hopefully going to be a lot more commanding in the box. Imagine 6'6" plus like 1.5 foot arms. That's about 8 foot tall with his arms out. That's stupid. So hopefully that he can be a bit more commanding from corners, free kicks, just defending a whole lot really. And yeah, I think he'd be a good signing. It's kind of low risk, £20 million. Like I said, it should be going through very soon. It is absolutely no secret that Frank Lampard is a long-term admirer of West Ham prodigy Declan Rice. But the only thing really stopping him from, or have already signed for Chelsea at the moment, is that £70 million price tag that West Ham put him. Frank wants him, and he thinks he'd be a great defender, and his versatility would be key, because he can play as a centre-back, as a defensive midfielder, and Kante is injured, but the board don't really want to sign him. Frank wants the board to sign him because they've had a very busy window and they've been spending loads of money, but all that is really from Eden Hazard and Alvaro Morata. We've actually only spent £40 million as our net amount of money spent. And then I guess it will be 60 million once Mendy has joined. But that's really not much. Abramovich has a lot more than £60 million in his pockets. And we could easily fork out another 70 million for Rice. I don't know if we're going to do it. Then Chelsea might have to wait another season, as it looks like if they're playing the same way they are this season, West Ham that is, they could be getting relegated. In which case Rice would definitely want to move back up to the Premier League, as he's pretty much established himself now as a Premier League centre-back midfielder. And basically if West Ham didn't have Rice, they'd probably be going down. That's why they're so unwilling to sell him. I think this will mean that Declan Rice is going to have to put in an actual transfer request, meaning West Ham will be forced to lower the price. And it's obvious, he wants... If it does come down to transfer request, Chelsea have pretty much got him. He wants to join Chelsea, we all know that. He's got best friends there in Mason Mount, and there's Chelsea in his blood. He was in the academy up until the age of 14, and I think he'd just love to go back. Frank Lampard obviously wants him, and I would not be surprised if this move goes ahead. I don't know when, this year, next year, but I definitely think it will go ahead in the future. Lastly, after Conor Gallagher looked like he was going to be joining Crystal Palace on loan just a few weeks ago, I remember I put it in the video, he had his medical with Crystal Palace, and they literally said, actually no, we've changed our mind at the last minute. Like, obviously they're fully in their rights to do that. I don't really see why they did it. I'm guessing it's because they had signed Eberici Eze from QPR, plays in the same position as a number 10, and he's also thought to have a huge future, and they wouldn't really want Conor Gallagher, a loanee, to be holding up Eze's future as potential, so they decided against it. I thought it would have been a good loan move for Conor, but I think this one's probably going to be better. He's so close to joining West Bromwich Albion on a season-long loan, and he's going to be definitely played more there. They don't really have a proper number 10 West Brom, and it looks like the deal should be announced tomorrow, as both clubs have agreed everything pretty much. Wages and personal terms, I guess, are agreed, and it's just a matter of time really. West Brom they've got to announce it whenever they want, and I think it'll be a good move for him. He bossed the Championship, of what I heard, and he bossed the League One before that with Charlton Athletic, I think it was. Sorry if I'm wrong, but yeah, I think it was. And I think he's ready for the step up. I've not seen him play a huge amount of games. I don't really watch the Championship. It's not as interesting as the Premier League, personally. Yeah, I hope he can do well in the Premier League next season, and maybe sneak into Lampard's future plans after that. Thanks a lot for watching. I know I haven't done one of these videos in a while. Like I said at the start, please don't unsubscribe, as I'm going to be trying to do them as much as possible. I won't be able to do them daily, sadly, just because I've got a lack of time now, really. But I'm going to be trying to grind them out as much as I can, and also keep up with the match previews and match reviews, as I'm going to try and make a little sort of breakdown where I break the game down, rate all the players. Be sure to check out the preview for the Liverpool game, like I said, which is on Sunday. The game starts on Sunday. The preview will be up 24 hours before, and the review will be up within 24 hours afterwards. Thanks a lot for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and goodbye.